guys, it's Susie from HeyGrillHey.com. It's brunch time. I'm getting a little snacky, so I'm gonna throw down some kettle fried chicken and waffles. Crunchy grill fried chicken, buttery, fluffy, sweet waffles, and then we're gonna go to Chow Town. Chow downtown. Let's do it. First up, let's talk about our grill. We are gonna be cooking this over charcoal on our kettle today. That's why it's called Kettle Fried Chicken, KFC. It's gonna give you crispy skin and some really good charcoal smoky flavor. So we have our grill going at about 400 to 450 degrees. We have it set up for 2-zone cooking. That means this side of the grill is charcoal loaded on the bottom. This side has nothing. Our chicken's gonna be cooking on the indirect side, so it's super important to have those 2 zones. Now we gotta make our seasoned flour and our wet mix so that we can get our chicken nice and coated in that seasoning. I got 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Yes, this recipe works with bone in, but since we're doing chicken and waffles, I wanna be able to cut through it, not have to dodge bones, and get a nice big bite with the waffle, the syrup, the whole deal. So we're going with boneless today. I also have the dry ingredients. This is our seasoned flour that's gonna give our crunchiness to the outside of our chicken. 2 cups all-purpose flour. To that, I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of my chicken seasoning. It's a perfect blend because it gives you everything you need. You got the salt, the pepper, the garlic powder. It also has some yummy herbal chicken notes. So we've got some thyme and some rosemary. It's gonna be bomb. I'm also gonna add in about 1/3 of a cup of cornstarch. This cornstarch is gonna bring the crunch. This is gonna give us that crispness like you would from a fried chicken that's cooked on the grill. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Now we need to work on our wet ingredients. I'm gonna do 2 cups of buttermilk into our pan. 2 eggs. And about a tablespoon of Cholula. I'm gonna eyeball it, maybe like 10 to 15 shots. Whisk to combine, and then we're ready to go. Typical dredging station, we're gonna take the chicken into the flour, just a light coating for this first one. Shake it off so there's not too much extra, and then into the buttermilk. And then back into the flour. Make sure you don't have any wet spots left. There we go. And then we're taking this, putting it right on the indirect heat side of the grill. It's time to cook our chicken. All right, last one's going on. I think this is gonna take about 40 to 50 minutes to get these chicken thighs cooked all the way through and that crunchy, crispy exterior. But we gotta clean this up and get working on our waffles. Yes, our waffles.
Yes.
All right, let's start with our dry ingredients. I have 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. To that, I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of cornstarch. Just like we had the cornstarch in the dredge for our fried chicken, the cornstarch in our buttermilk waffle batter is gonna make them extra crispy. Tablespoon of baking powder for fluffiness, and a teaspoon of salt. Whoop. Next we have our wet ingredients, 2 cups of buttermilk. To that I'm gonna add 1/3 cup of melted butter, 2 egg yolks. Remember, we're saving the whites for later. And a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Give that a quick little mix. Super quick. Now we need to fluff up our egg whites. This is what's gonna give the light, fluffy texture to our batter. So we have the 2 egg whites. Add those to a bowl, and we're just gonna beat them until stiff peaks form.
Stiff peaks.
Yeah. Oh, I also have 3 tablespoons of sugar here. We're gonna add that in to our dry ingredients. Then we stir in our wet ingredients. And then we fold in our egg whites. I can smell that chicken cooking. Smells so good. Okay. In go the egg whites. Gently fold, because you want to incorporate the egg whites, but you don't want to deflate them too much. So, gonna set the waffle batter aside for just a second because we need to check on our chicken. It's been on for about 20 minutes. I'm thinking I'm gonna give it a flip and then give it a spray with this cooking oil. This is gonna help crisp the outside of the skin, and then we'll turn around and use it for our waffle iron. Okay. Oh, we got fighter jets up there today. Can you see them?
No.
They're loud. Sorry, it's distracted. Our chicken is looking really great, actually. These edges have started to kind of turn golden already, but you can see there's this flour on top, right? We want to make sure that flour gets cooked and crispy. So I'm just gonna give the top a spray with our cooking oil. And then I'm gonna give them a flip. I'm also gonna hit the backside with a little bit of this oil. Close her up. Start making some waffles. After crisping up the rest of our chicken, moved it over to the indirect heat, and it's just gonna hold for a couple minutes while I finish making our waffles. First waffle is ready to come out. Look at that golden brown crust. That's perfect. Now, of course, I'm gonna be cooking waffles still for the rest of my family, but I mean, the first one's done. I should eat it while it's warm, right? This smells so good. Now, I'm a little bit of a sweet and spicy person, so I'm gonna hit my chicken with a little more of that Cholula and drizzle it. You can go straight maple syrup here. I like to live on the edge, and because we're marrying sweet and savory, I'm gonna top this with my maple bourbon grilling glaze. It is sweet, it is syrupy, and it's gonna be awesome on here. Oh, we've got tender, buttery waffle, juicy chicken with that crispy kettle fried crust. Get back on there, waffle. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I've eaten a lot of chicken and waffles. I've ordered chicken and waffles from many restaurants. This is the best chicken and waffles I've ever had. The chicken is perfectly seasoned. The waffles are tangy and light and crunchy on the outside. Spice from the Cholula, that maple bourbon grilling glaze over the top sets it off. in ways that I've never had before. I'm gonna finish cooking the waffles so the rest of my family can enjoy, but I hope you give this recipe a try at home so you can make better barbecue, feed the people you love, and become a backyard barbecue hero. Todd, I'm not being dramatic.
It seems like you are.
This is the best thing ever.